Ahead on this special early edition of Apple Valley News Now at 5, what would it take to get you to vote yes on a new sales tax? We are breaking down a proposal up for debate in Franklin County.
Plus, we're already seeing fires in Yakima and the Tri-Cities, with the danger ramping up into next week. Stacey? And Stacey's got your first alert forecast as we're still seeing some smoldering from that fire in Yakima. Apple Valley News Now begins early.
This is Apple Valley News Now, special edition, on your side.
And thanks for joining us on this special edition of Apple Valley News Now. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. We are going to start with breaking news. We've been following it for you all afternoon. A wildfire in the area of Yakima Sportsman State Park, prompting level 3 go now evacuations. This fire grew to more than 50 acres within just a couple of hours. Pacific Power also de-energized power lines in the area of this fire. That left thousands of people without power and many businesses forced to close. Most of those power outages have now been fixed.
And it is only the second official day of summer, but fire danger, we know, is only going up from here.
You know, this morning we introduced you to our new chief meteorologist, Josh Colbreth, who is now also a part of our First Alert weather team. So Josh joins us now. What is it that's making this weekend particularly dangerous fire weather?
Yeah, guys, thanks for rolling out the red carpet for me. Well, it is a combination of high heat, low humidity, and those winds. That is what could promote fire starting and then spreading very quickly. And of course, we're already seeing the dividends of that right now in Yakima. You're looking towards the river. This is technically burning to the east side of the river. And again, this is the Keys Road fire. Per the last update from the fire district out this way, it's now 56 acres. Containment is still a mystery. We'll probably get that information overnight, but I feel like the containment is definitely a lot more than what we were just seeing, 2-3 hours back. So this is in the Terrace Heights area. You can see Keys Road over this way. So hopefully those of you in that level 3 evacuation zone left when law enforcement asked you to. And again, here are all the areas that are impacted by that level 3 evacuation. You can find all these locations listed online at applevalleynews.com. We also have a First Alert high impact fire day for tomorrow as well. So it's going to be even hotter. Fuels will be even drier. So there will be that risk for a large fire to start over 100 acres. Also, there's going to be another risk for Sunday as we have a big fire weather watch that covers pretty much the entirety of this viewing area. This is going to be more driven by the winds, and we have more high impact fire weather, if you will, as we head into next week. Stacey will tell you more about that coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, thanks, Josh. Now let's move to Pasco. We'll take a look at this. A large fire sparked in the area between Broadmoor Boulevard and I-182 just before noon today. Pasco police shut down St. Thomas Drive so that fire crews from Pasco Fire and Franklin County Fire District 3 would have room to work on this. And anytime you have a big fire like this that's close to those major roads, smoke becomes a concern. That can make it really difficult for drivers to see. Fortunately, this afternoon, we didn't get any reports of crashes around this fire. And while we're facing extreme fire danger, millions of Americans are dealing with extreme summer heat.
Yeah, and flooding. Amy Kiley has a look at how people are coping.
The heat wave baking the U.S. is shifting a bit today.
It's about 100 degrees, it feels like.
As areas of the Midwest cope with new flooding. Parts of that region could set record highs today, while northern New England finally gets a cool down. More records could come from areas in the mid-Atlantic. The heat wave might end up being the longest New York City has seen in June. Farther south, temperatures are rising, and these Tennessee seniors know a way to beat the heat.
We have firemen come out, they hose down our giant slide, and then they actually get our residents onto the giant floats and pull them on down.
Washington, D.C. is slowing its commuter trains when rail temperatures get too hot. This weekend, the nation's capital could top 100 degrees for the first time since 2016. Meanwhile, some southern states are reeling from the first named storm of the hurricane season.
On the one hand, we have fire threats. On the other, now we have rain and flood threats as well.
Now, a few northern states could face flooding from severe weather. They include Minnesota, where some residents are still recovering from heavy rain earlier this week.
We noticed that the water was coming up to the cars, We informed people that need to be informed, and the water just kept coming in. It was like watching the Titanic sink.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
By the way, heat is not considered a natural disaster as far as the federal government is concerned, but there is a petition filed this week by multiple groups across the country to change that, so FEMA funding could be used to respond to extreme heat events. And FEMA is once again raising the alarm. This about disaster relief funding.
Yeah, as we've heard, it's already shaping up to be a busy and expensive year for natural disasters. Texas is now dealing with even more flooding and wind damage from Tropical Storm Alberto this week. Last month, NOAA released its predictions for what they're calling an above normal, potentially historic 2024 Atlantic hurricane season.
Forecast for named storms, hurricanes, and major hurricanes is the highest NOAA has ever issued for the May outlook.
And that could be especially bad news for Florida, which is packed with expensive real estate. Florida's 2 senators sent a letter to FEMA asking about access to disaster relief money to pay for things like debris removal, repair and restoration of damaged public infrastructure, and hazard mitigation. FEMA's latest monthly report, which is from before the deadly wildfires in New Mexico, predicted they would be running short by more than $1.7 billion by August, more than $6.8 billion by September. Now, locally tonight, with the weather heating up, a lot of families will be heading for the water. It is really important to make sure your kids are protected. Tomorrow, coastal stores will be giving away free life jackets for kids 12 and under. That starts at 11 a.m. They will have 300 to give away, so you might want to get there early. And let's talk about that very hot forecast. Stacey Lee is here. Stacey, it's just getting warmer and warmer.
Very warm, tons of events. I want to remind everyone to stay hydrated. If you're going to be out at the car shows or any of the events going on around the area, make sure you've got that sunscreen. And there's also a game tonight, Dust Devil Stadium. That's going to get kicked off here at around 7. We see the guys out there warming up on the field, getting that field ready. 92 degrees right now. Look at that humidity, very low. Winds are light right now, so that's good news. Our sunset at 8:52. Here's your Canadian versus Dust Devil forecast tonight. First pitch at 7:05. So very warm heading out the door. Wear your baseball hat. Make sure you got that sunscreen on. Forecast tonight overall nice and warm. Overnight lows are going to be teetering just around 58 to 60 degrees all through the area, and winds will remain light for tonight. Now, if you're heading out to cool desert nights tomorrow, look at those temps. By the time we get to about 11, you're going to be in those mid upper 80s. By 1 o'clock, already hitting the 90s. So stay hydrated. A lot of those cars, they're out on that asphalt. That is even warmer conditions, so try to be safe. Head to the swimming pool would be my choice. So warm evening tonight. We're going to have temperatures teetering right around 100 degrees tomorrow. Extreme fire danger, as we've already talked about. The good news is we only stay that hot briefly, and then we'll start to cool down as we get into next week.
All right, Stacey, thank you very much. Team weather coverage tonight with Stacey and Josh. Other news now, emergency services in Franklin County is in crisis. That's according to Sheriff Jim Raymond. We met with Franklin County Sheriff Raymond this afternoon. He says infrastructure is in decline and beyond repairable. Raymond says rural areas of the county are suffering from dead zones. He's also worried about an inevitable system failure. What would fix the problem would be to upgrade the capability for towers and radios to use what's called 800 MHz. The problem, finding the money to do so.
So what's next is we need to find sustainable funding for this county in general, because Benton County, they've got theirs. But for this county, we need to strategically locate about a half a dozen towers, okay? And for example, one of them needs to be here at the courthouse. We need to place microwave technology on those towers.
Sheriff Raymond, who has been saying this is a problem for almost a decade now, even has a new room ready to go at the sheriff's office where another dispatch center could easily open up. Coming up tonight after the NHL, we will go into more detail about what's next in the process, and we'll tell you what the sheriff wants the county commissioners to do. Making national headlines now, we are very slowly getting decisions from the Supreme Court on cases that the justices heard this year. And
they seem to be dragging their feet on announcing some of the rulings in the more controversial cases this year. One major decision today, though, focused on access to guns. Here's ABC's Christiane Cordero.
Today, the Supreme Court overwhelmingly decided people with domestic violence restraining orders against them cannot own a gun, and in doing so, sent a clear message to women like Lachey Crachan.
They listen to survivors. They listen to us. because it's not a day, a minute, or a second that we don't think about it and we don't feel the pain.
Her ex-boyfriend shot her 5 times in 1996. All 5 bullets are still in her body. She says she wishes she got a restraining order against him at the time. In today's 8-1 opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts writes the laws in question confirm what common sense suggests. When an individual poses a clear threat of physical violence to another, the threatening individual may be disarmed. Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote the concurring opinion saying the Second Amendment is not absolute.
She's right. We limit weapons. There are weapons that exist today that did not exist some 100, 200 years ago that have limitations on them.
In his dissent, Justice Clarence Thomas sided with Rahimi's argument that he could not be disarmed because only gun laws rooted in the nation's founding history and tradition can comply with the Second Amendment.
When you look at the statistics of women who have been killed by their partners, the numbers are alarming.
An abused woman is 5 times more likely to die from a domestic abuse situation if a gun is involved. President Biden applauded today's ruling, saying it allows families to count on critical protections as they have for the past 3 decades. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
In more local news now, the city of Ellensburg is accepting applications for grants for several projects and programs to fund the projects set to be completed in the year 2025. Over $18,500 is available for projects to address community needs. Another $18,500 for capital projects to improve city parks, trails, open space, and recreation facilities. $10,000 to improve and protect local surface water quality, over $18,500 available for historic preservation efforts, and up to $2,500 for groups and $1,000 for individuals to expand local arts programs and performances.
All right, well, we're talking about heat and fire risks headed into the weekend. Stacey Lee has a look at just how hot it's going to get coming up in your First Alert forecast. Also
ahead tonight, a popular local event returning to Richland in just a few hours. We're talking about that next on this special early edition of Apple Valley News Now at 5.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Talk about fireworks. Check out these offers during the 4th of July sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup. And check out the Factory Direct Summit. Now only $299.99. Purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a free $300 gift. Or score 5 years no interest financing and free shipping. It's the 4th of July sale. On now at Denver Mattress.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pie gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Welcome to Beaver Valley Lodge, your rustic lodging and event venue in the beautiful Leavenworth, Washington. Experience the great outdoors and enjoy the beauty of the mountains as you stay with us on our 50 acres in the Cascade Foothills. Whether you're joining us for a wedding, retreat, vacation, or family reunion, we're here to make your stay unforgettable. We make it our goal for you to come as a guest, but leave as a friend. Book your stay today at beavervalleylodge.com.
Why is my internet slow?
There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month in cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back, everybody. The 30th annual Cool Desert Nights hits the roadways in Richland tonight, celebrating a number of things: classic cars, music, and family fun.
All good things, right? This is hosted by the newly revived Richland Chamber of Commerce in partnership with the Richland Parks and Rec Department. Now, while this year is back to the original Cool Desert Nights format, David Rose with the Richland Chamber of Commerce says next year there's going to be an issue for where to host the event once again due to construction coming to George Washington Way.
Working with City of Richland, of course, next year, George Washington Way will be tore up, making it a one-way traffic, and along with Jadwin. And so we're starting to plan what we're going to do next year. It might not be here again because of that. The cruise won't be here anyway.
Now, the car cruise starts at 6 o'clock tonight on George Washington Way. We have much more information on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, if the Dust Devil game and the car show isn't your thing, maybe the Columbia River is. I see some folks out boating this evening, so want to be safe out there, guys. The water's still on the chilly side, especially compared to the air temperature, 92 degrees right now. Winds are great, very, very light. Our humidity, very, very low. Again, that's increasing our fire danger. Our sunset tonight at 8:52. Overall, we're going to continue to warm up as we move through the rest of the weekend. Saturday, then we'll have a cool down on Sunday. We're sitting in the 90s in the Yakima Valley, low to upper 80s in the Kittitas Valley. We're in the low 90s here in the Columbia Basin, even hitting 90 degrees today in Walla Walla, 92 in Pendleton and Hermiston. So very warm outside right now. What's driving this? This ridge of high pressure is building, and it will be right on top of our area tomorrow. So right overhead, it's going to make us dry with that high pressure. Then as we start to get into our Sunday, this cold front low pressure system moving up over British Columbia is going to bring cooler temperatures to our region and drive those winds right on through our area. Let's talk about temperatures for the next 12 hours tonight. Still on the warm side as you look outside. We're going to stay in the 90s through 7. We'll start dropping into the 80s by 8 and finally cool down to where I feel like it's comfortable around 11 o'clock tonight. So we're staying on the warm side in the Tri-Cities, down in the 70s by 10 o'clock tonight in Yakima. Taking a peek at Hermiston for the next 12 hours. You'll be down in the 70s at 9 p.m. tonight, but still pretty close to 80. So warm night out there, dropping down into the lower 70s by 10 in Walla Walla. So very, very warm temperatures to deal with. Now, temperatures around our region for the overnight lows tonight, warmer than we've been seeing, but a nice cool off. So we'll get a little bit of relief from that heat. Still pretty close to 60 degrees all through the region. 58 Tri-Cities, 58 Dayton and Walla Walla, Yakima, 61 overnight Toppenish. So very warm conditions. Let's talk about tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, our hottest day of the week. Look at the dark red zone. Everybody in the 90-degree temperature range. 96 Pendleton, Hermiston, Tri-Cities, Hanford. We have the best chance of possibly hitting triple digits or right under it tomorrow. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Mid-90s in the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley, seeing temperatures around 90. Let's talk about extreme heat as we get through that hot day tomorrow. Get all those early activities done, like walking the dog in the morning early before those temperatures get too warm. If you're out at any of the fun events going on all around the area, make sure you're drinking lots of water. Find shade and drink water. If you're working in those events, take breaks if you can, and make sure you check on your elderly folks and make sure that you got your fans and your shades down in your home. We're also talking about fire weather watch. Now, we do have one in effect Sunday from 1 to 8 p.m., although fire risk is high all weekend. This is when we're going to see those strong gusty winds, 15 to 25 through the area with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Now, that's not a high wind advisory, it's a fire weather watch. So pretty much the whole portion of eastern Washington under that. Again, follow those wildfire safety precautions. We'll have those posted on our website. But do take a peek up at the full moon tonight. The strawberry moon is out, 6:08. You'll be able to see it great at 9:24. A quick look at our 7-day forecast working through the next couple of days. There's Yakima and the Tri-Cities with the hottest day cooling into next week. Austin, Alyssa?
Real quick, Alyssa, were you able to see the moon last night?
Not quite last night, but hopefully tonight.
Yeah, I looked up for just a little bit last night, and it was like strawberry.
Well, we're not seeing the moon right now because it's very early in the day for us.
I know. So you got to go out there tonight. We are, speaking of early, we're bringing you local news early this afternoon because the Stanley Cup Finals continue tonight.
Yeah, it's Game 6 as the Edmonton Oilers hoping to stage a comeback against the Florida Panthers. The puck drops at 5. We will have a special primetime edition of Apple Valley News Now for you coming up after the game.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or 5 years, no interest financing. The 4th of July sale on now at Furniture Row.
Show off your man skills and have some fun for a great cause. The Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland. Get ready for the biggest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the Tri-Cities. Register today. $140 team registration available now through June 24th. Don't miss your chance to win $1,000 in the Custom Restoration Cool Cash Shootout. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza. Register now at c3slam.com. Final weeks to register your team at $140 ends midnight Saturday, June 24th. Brought to you by the City of Richland and Tri-City Sunrise Rotary.
Whether you're looking for your next house plant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at.
When it's time for an update or complete remodel,
just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're gonna rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay, what do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Legends Casino Hotel is bearing it all. No, not that kind of bear. The winning gone wild kind every Thursday with over $77,000 in Forest Frenzy cash given away in June. Plus a badass 2024 Ford Bronco 4x4 on June 27th. Just use your Legends Rewards card to pile up entries for your share of $77,000 or even a brand new Bronco. Remember, it's not bears gone wild, but winning gone wild at Legends Casino Hotel all summer long.
Welcome to the Drive Like a Pro League. Today we've got Kevin facing off against his Thursday commute. Let's see if he can bring that safety A game. He's off. He makes room for a cyclist, and he's already got pedestrians up ahead. He gets the stop. Incredible. Let's take another look at that. Kevin showing excellent technique. As soon as he approaches the crosswalk, he applies that inside brake pressure. The crowd can't believe it. Be like Kevin. Drive like a pro.
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Best of all, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or 5 years, no interest financing. The 4th of July sale on now at Furniture Row.
Thank you for staying with us. Apple Valley News Now and the Kennewick Police Department teamed up today to make a difference in the community. Thanks to the Bikes for Tykes campaign and a Kennewick community resource officer knowing that an 11-year-old boy's bike was recently stolen. Well, the officer nominated the boy to receive a brand new bike that he can take to and from school. It was even decked out with his grandfather's name, who recently passed away. I had the privilege of being out there today as well. Well, on behalf of Apple Valley News Now, Young Hearts, and Bikes for Tykes, this right here is your new bike and helmet. Give it up.
Right, Jesus.
Woo! Well, my grandpa was a very special person for me. He treated me good. He always gave me love.
It's awesome. I'm super excited about it. I hope he loves it. I'm sure he will. It's going to be good for him because he does ride his bike to school every day. That's his transportation to school.
After the surprise, the 11-year-old and his younger brother got a tour of the inside of a Kennewick Police Department vehicle.
Awesome. Well, it's going to be pretty hot to ride a bike this weekend, so be sure to stay hydrated. Stacy has a final look at your forecast next.
And we are already seeing fires forcing evacuations in part of Yakima today. We have been covering a fire in the Terrace Heights area all afternoon. You can find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. And of course, we'll have another update for you about this coming up after tonight's Stanley Cup Finals.
Newscasts anytime with Apple Valley Plus on Roku, Apple Fire, and smart TVs.
Celebrate independence
Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone, Food Truck Alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Giza Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
Downtown Summer Nights 2024, presented by Yakima Federal Savings and Loans. Mark your calendar for the last 3 Thursdays of June, July, and August. Join us at our new location, 15 West Yakima Avenue. It's time to make this summer the best one yet. Live music, local artists, and delicious food await. Bring the whole family for a night of fun and festivities, and for our guests over 21, don't miss out on our exclusive beer garden. Enjoy the best cocktails, wine, beer, and cider the Valley has to offer. For more details, visit downtownyakima.com.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
The 4th of July sale is on now at More Furniture. You're invited to beat the crowds and take advantage of the huge savings available for every room in your home. Get ready to celebrate summer entertaining, family gatherings, and much more, all at our lowest prices. Visit your local showroom to work directly with a furniture expert and create the look you want. Or pre-shop all sales specials online at morefurniture.com.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
I'm so over this. My cable internet bill just increased again.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet. 25 times faster uploads. $65 less a month than cable. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply.
Apple Valley News Now, recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. We all like awards, but our mission is to serve you with news that gets results. We are Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
July 15th is Apple Valley News Now Youth Sports Night with the Pippins, and you could win tickets for your whole team. Just click contests at applevalleynewsnow.com to enter. Youth Sports Night, Monday, July 15th, from the Pippins and Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back. Well, just into our newsroom tonight, we've learned Memorial Park in Pasco, or Memorial Aquatics Center in Pasco, is going to reopen tomorrow as planned. So good news for
people want to be swimming.
They're going to need it.
It's going to be the hottest day of the year so far. We could potentially hit 100 degrees tomorrow. We're pretty close to that. So let's take a look at a quick weather photo. Alan, he likes to walk around. I guess he was out looking at clouds. Pretty cool looking clouds, Alan. Remember, if you want to get your weather photo on television, that QR code, just take your smartphone and snap a picture with that. It'll take you right to the place where you can upload your photo, or simply go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab. Thanks for sharing with us, Alan, and we'd love to see all your weather photos. Quick look at tomorrow for Yakima, Tri-Cities, and Walla Walla. Look at that, in the 70s already at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be a warm one. Again, we want to try to stay hydrated. Here's what things are looking like in the Tri-Cities and Yakima over the next 7 days. We do get a cool down, so just one really, really hot day. Get ready for those breezy and gusty winds, and of course, be fire wise this weekend.
Yeah. Go for a swim, check out a movie. Don't do the fire things.
Right?
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. We're going to turn it over to the NHL.
Yeah, enjoy the game. Stanley Cup Finals. We'll see you after that.
Good night.